On May 21st, 2018, Epic Games, the publishing company behind the massively popular Battle Royale video game known as Fortnite, announced that it plans to pay out $100 million in prize pool money for its 2018-2019 tournament season. This surpasses the previously largest eSports video game, Defense of the Ancients 2, which had paid out nearly $38 million in its 2017 competitive season. While Dota 2 has an arguably shrinking player base at 10.8 million monthly players, League of Legends is at a whopping 100 million active users, surpassed only by the Fortnite juggernaut at 125 million in only its first year release. It's easy to see why esports is one of the fastest growing markets in the world. But to understand this phenomenon, we have to take a look at the industry's roots. The first official competitive video game event took place in the Stanford Artificial Intelligence Laboratory on October 19, 1972, in which 24 students competed for the highest score in one of the earliest programmed computer games known as Space Wars. Many of the classic 8-bit style games that most are familiar with burst onto the scene in the 1980s, such as Pac-Man and Space Invaders, as well as Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Bros. That still remain popular today. Up until this point, most video games in the cultural zeitgeist have been single-player games. Competitions were oriented based on which player could achieve the highest score. It wasn't until the 1990s that we saw what was considered the first PvP or player versus player video game in what is known as Quake. Quake was an FPS or first person shooter, and this type of video game tended to be most popular among both players and audiences, as it provided entertainment value in its fast-paced action. This is a trend that is still evident in the modern esports era. At the time of recording, Ninja, the largest Fortnite player on video game streaming platform Twitch, has roughly 58,000 monthly donors. This trend is also evident in another large esports medium, League of Legends. Released in 2009 by Riot Games, League of Legends is a MOBA, or massive online battle arena, in which teams of 5 compete over resources in order to ultimately destroy the home base of the opposing team. One of the fastest growing online video games in the modern era, Riot held its first League of Legends World Championship in
Jönköping.
The tournament took place at DreamHack, a global gaming event, and featured teams from North America and the EU. That year, EU-based Team Fnatic took home the victory in 2011. The following year, newcomers Taipei Assassins from Taiwan took first place. And in the following year, the Summoners Cup went to South Korea and hasn't left since 2013. We went to Riot Games HQ in Santa Monica and spoke to rioters Kenny Sai and Justin Wen for more information about the competitive League of Legends scene. No, not that Riot. Yes, thank you.
Picture of the marquee. Here's our electronic marquee. It'll show off like title cards for popular matches coming up in LCS.
So also on game day, the merch store will open, but of course right now it's World, so all the games are in Korea, so it's gonna be Worlds for quite a while after next season. First stuff going on in there, of course we can't go and promote clothes. So there's some cool stuff, hoodies, shirts, figurines, plushes, most of the stuff you find on the site you'll see there. Also, Unlock Ash, Diggs, TF, all sorts of cool stuff. So we actually don't make a whole lot of money by doing esports. It's more like encourage that. You'll see merch there, things like team jerseys and stuff like that. You'll see there, as well as the 2017 World's Bomber there. I thought was a cool piece that we did and stuff like that.
I mean, because you didn't know a lot about NBA teams, also actually own some esports team right now, like Golden State Warriors, and one from Houston Rockets.
The Rockets, the Warriors, the Cavaliers, and the Bucks.
They own a team in an ALCS. So they actually have I think,
yeah. So 100 Thieves is backed by Dan Gilbert, who is the CEO, the general manager of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Golden Gardens, owned by the Golden State Warriors. FlyQuest, I believe, is by the Bucks owner. And then, the Clutch Gamers is owned by Daryl Morey, who is the GM of the Houston Rockets. Clutch Gamers is also, or Clutch City is the nickname for Houston, or the Rockets. So the team is called Clutch Gamers. Two stages. One is the battle arena, and two is the battle theater. Because we used to run 2 games simultaneously, but we kind of instead moved over to the different game scheduling, which means we only run one stage at a time, or one stage at a time. So see here, here's the stage. Players sit up there, fans sit up there. Casters will be up on that raised platform right over there. And then you have kind of press and other peeps up in that glass window up over there. You'll see some cool pictures of recent NALCS winners. Liquid up there in 2018, TSM up there, TSM on the other side because they won a bunch. Still G up in 2015, that might be Madison Square Garden. And then TSM because TSM wins a bunch. You can see that from the banners up over here. Yeah. They have quite the history.
For esports, we not only have the professional league, we also sponsor a lot of the subdivisions and college or stuff to encourage and find new talent. So that's pretty good. I don't know. That's
Yeah, UCS pretty good.
Yeah,
I think they won this year. I believe they won collegiate year, league this year. I believe player management also done by us. Yep. But I think it's up to the schools themselves to kind of
participate in.
To participate in it, kind of get their programs the way they want it to, things like that.
And of course, we sometimes invited some of the high-ranked challenger people, master people to actually try out more like trial sessions. Yeah, that happens a couple of times.
That's called scouting grounds, which happens out after the world's competition is over. Scouting grounds is where we take the top 20 players in ranked, and we bring them out here, and they'll play in like 4 teams of 5, and then the teams will actually come out here and scout that talent and see who they want. That's actually cool. They actually have an actual draft and stuff. Yeah, so it's like legitimate esports and stuff like that. Yeah. I know it's crazy to me because I would never imagine a time where esports would have an actual draft. It's wild. I'm a big NBA fan too, so like seeing that in another interest I have is pretty crazy.
When you get like an aha moment, where like everything, something clicks. You don't really know what, you don't really know how, but it's just like, oh, I get it now. Like this is what I want to do, and I'm just gonna fucking do it. We're just as big on culture as we are on how strong you are in your craft. So, do you care about gamers? Do you play about video games? Do you care about all video games or just some? Those are all factors that take place. Side jobs with your hobby, I think, is one of the best things you can do. One, because it makes you money. 2, because it allows you to see your hobby not just in a oh, I like doing this, but also where does this fit in the professional life? Like, is this something I actually want to do as work, not just as a hobby?